Brandon Costa for Sports Video Group, coming to you from the 2016 SVG College Sports Summit. Who better to talk to at CSS than the chairman of this year's event, Imry Halevi from Harvard University. Imry, how's it going, man?
Good to be here. Thanks, Brandon.
Great to see you. Very busy year for you at Harvard. It always is. A lot of great work done with the Ivy League Digital Network. Any one production or any project you took on this year that really stood out to you as a success?
Sure. Rowing. Rowing is usually our big challenge. It usually caps off our year. It's in the spring, and it's on a boat. So we always try to introduce new things, try to add more elements while staying on a boat. It's also one of our most popular streams. We have a lot more people watching rowing than anything else. So it's always how to add more elements by keeping it manageable and enjoyable for fans.
So as mentioned, you are the chairman of this year's event here in Atlanta. So what about that role was an interesting challenge for you, and what are some of the things at this year's program that you're particularly looking forward to?
I think working on the program with you, of course, Brandon, has been great. It's an interesting exercise for me to do, and I think you do it all the time, to think about what's going on in our industry, to think about the big trends, both looking backwards and looking forwards. What do people want to talk about, and what are the new things that are kind of emerging that I want to find out more about? If I want to find out more about it, more likely than not, other people want to find out more about it. So I think that's been an interesting challenge, just that exercise.
And this year's program, obviously, there's quite a few panels that you were pretty heavily influential on, including captioning. You're going to be on the venue panel on the main stage. This event tries to stay ahead of the curve and keep people, on top of what might be coming down the road. Captioning, a big example of that. Your example of rowing, certainly a big one. What do you think might be a big takeaway or two that you think people will come away from this event that's really practical for them?
I think it happens every year, but the fact that going big and being creative doesn't cost a lot of money. I think a lot of people are afraid to try new things because of the cost, because of the logistical nightmare that it might be. And I think especially the video board panel, where we can talk about how you can do it all. You can do a stream and a video board at the same time and share resources. That's a lot of things that people talk about now, and that it's possible. You just have to stop and think, and things are getting cheaper and cheaper every year, and there are so many great people here who are experts at everything, and you can just ask them questions. You can say, hey, how do you do this? And they'll just answer, and I think that's a great thing about this conference.
We can't thank you enough. Couldn't have done it without you. Appreciate all of your input on this year's show.
Thanks, Brandon. Absolutely.
All right, for more of the SVG College Sports Summit, you can visit us online at svgcollege and sportsvideo.org.